2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Charlotte Hornets. Taking a look at the Hornets, they've talked about the importance of starting fast, playing with energy right off the tip. Let's face it, no team likes to play catch-up if they can avoid it. We'll see how it works for them tonight. And Serge Ibaka has taken his game further and further away from the basket over the years. Kenny, how do you like that?
It's farther and farther. It's not further and further. Further is a discussion. It's not further.
What is this, English class?
Yeah,
answer the man's question.
I'm just saying.
I'm just going to take it. He's taken his game farther and further. How about both of them?
No.
Yeah.
But furthermore, he's got raw skill set when he entered the league. And you have to respect his development and as a shooter. So that's why I like him.
You know, he's never been a serious low-post threat. His inside game appears to be more at the defensive end, protecting the rim. Furthermore.
That's it for us. For now, for Dr. O'Neill and the English professor, Kenny the Jet Smith, Ernie Johnson. Here's Kevin Harlan.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication, Chris Paul is among the greatest. Now, he says, I have a scary passion for basketball. I study it, I watch it all day, every day. I'm not the most athletic guy, so I have to use my mind and my knowledge of the game. Kevin, he is a professor out on the floor.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Both teams tonight, Doris, looking to take a measured approach to this game. What should we expect to see in these half-court sets?
Yeah, typically these two coaches want to make sure they're in control of what's transpiring in the half-court. So you'll see that point guard look over to the sideline, maybe get a play call from the head coach, and then try to execute it. But they're certainly seeking out the best matchups, and if that means changing sides of the floor, getting to the third and fourth options, that's exactly what these teams will do.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. We've got Durant. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Mitchell in at the 2 spot. Now here's Butler. Shot clock at 6. The baseline jumper goes down. Butler's got his team on the board to start the game for Charlotte.
We know this. Jimmy Butler is an accomplished mid-range shooter, and he's got a tremendous stroke.
There's the screen. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Ibaka. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's Simmons. Paul passes to Mitchell. He drains the quick shot. Mitchell's got his first points of the night.
How impressive is the catch-and-shoot game of Donovan Mitchell? I'll tell you, you better be there on the catch or he's going to make you look silly.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Celtics on D, and Simmons kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock.
I'll tell you, Mitchell locked in on the defensive end. He's so good getting after it.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Screen by Ibaka. Fires for three. The shot by Paul, no good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
So it's the Celtics now, following the bucket by the Hornets. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Paul against Simmons. Paul passes to Ibaka. It's Durant on the wing. Clock at 6. That misses off the backboard.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Shot off the screen. The rebound by Ibaka. Bogdanovich against Durant. The 3-ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Kevin Durant is a dead-eye sniper, right? He takes pleasure in putting it to the defense from there.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. Back to Simmons. There's a screen by Collins. Paul with the steal. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Paul. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Now here's Butler. Count that bucket.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Defended by Durant. Collins, a screen on Durant. And Bogdanovich kicks to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Paul with the steal. Here's Durant. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And Paul lays it in. Paul's got his first bucket in this one.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Now here's Simmons. Over Mitchell. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Simmons got his second basket.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Here's Gasol. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And finished off by Gasol.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Here's Simmons after the basket by Boston. Here's Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
The first free throw is good. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row, but last season they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession, and that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
Drummond's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Here's Durant. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Ayton with it. He's up against Gasol. Ayton dishes to Butler, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
The free throw dropped for Butler.
Well, how about Jimmy Butler, guys, and the commitment to becoming a legit star in this league? Think about coming out of Marquette without a reputation to now one of the toughest covers in the league. Incredible story.
Durant for three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. And Doris, the Bulls are trying to change the culture, more run and gun. That new style didn't really mesh with Butler's approach.
Right. You remember, Jimmy Butler is a Tibbs disciple. Even he has said perhaps he was too confrontational. With that obsessive drive of his, it can sometimes maybe rub people the wrong way. I think he's trying to balance that intensity with positivity with this young group.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Gasol with the steal. Paul with the ball. Here's Durant, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Butler. Collins, a screen on Paul. Lock at 6. Here's Butler. Gasol with the rebound. Celtics leading by 3. Wade up top. Goes up on the high post. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Simmons against Paul. Simmons inside. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Paul kicks to Gasol. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his 2nd foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Dwight Howard's checked in for Ayton. Nowitzki comes in for John Collins. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Bogdanovich. Boston also with the sub. Batum's checked in. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 1st foul. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And the Celtics also making a change. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Paul. And stolen by Simmons. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And the Hornets lead by 1.
That's one of the qualities you just love watching. I mean, Melo rises and fires, drops the J pretty much whenever he sees a little bit of space.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Here's Drummond. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, even though he's in the final stages of his career, you know Dwayne Wade is still very competitive. This guy is a surefire Hall of Famer who understands how to win, guys.
And he can't get the first one. So he comes up empty, missing both. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Austin with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte, pass to Beverly. Drummond sets the screen for Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. This is his first free throw of the game.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
2 shots. Last on
the That's good from Beverly.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rose is checked in. Both free throws good from Beverly. Here's Rose. Screen by Howard. And here's Rose. Knocked loose, stolen by Beverly, and here we go. Fast break, Beverly's got it. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. The Celtics shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
That's good from Wade. Now here's Rose. There's the pass to Nowitzki. A beautiful reverse layup. Nowitzki's got it all tied up now for Charlotte.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And Drummond kicks to Batum. It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The reverse, and it's good on the layup. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Anthony, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
I'd say not much to be done about that. You can play perfect defense, and Melo is still going to drain it on you.
Wade passes to Drummond. Batum a screen on Howard. And Drummond kicks to Batum. It's Durant on the wing. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Anthony sets the pick for Rose. Inside. Oh, that's blocked.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Wade, good.
That's all you can do. Dwayne Wade is too experienced and too comfortable shooting over defenders.
There's the pick to the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
51 seconds left in the first. He gets that one. Celtics leading by 3. Wade passes to Drummond. Anthony against Batum. Outside Durant, 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And he overshot that one, missing. Ginobili against Wade. Ginobili the pass to Nowitzki. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I tell you, Dirk is going to hit these interior shots constantly. With his size, defenders don't have much of a chance in there.
Wade against Ginobili. It's Durant on the wing. Over Nowitzki. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer!
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Unbelievable turn of events. He knew it was good from the moment it left his hand.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Boston Celtics. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are, just as fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Rose. Anthony out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Howard in at the 5 spot. Hornets trail by 5. Anthony with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Rose against Wade. Rose in the post. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, Kev, because of his toughness, Rose does this with regularity. Converts inside against duress.
Drummond a screen. And Batum kicks to Drummond. Over Nowitzki. And it's Drummond missing.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Beverly against Rose. Over Beverly. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Derrick Rose.
It helps to have the basketball on a string, right? Derrick Rose handles the ball so well he can get anywhere he wants.
Drummond with a screen on Rose. Drummond sets the screen for Durant. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Howard, the pass to Carmelo. Kept alive by Charlotte. And Howard with the stuff.
Howard really brings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls.
Beverly dishes to Durant. Wade kicks to Durant. Drummond with a screen on Nowitzki. Outside, Batum. Drummond sets the screen for Batum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Pass to Howard. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Carmelo Anthony.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and Melo, one of the best to ever do it.
Drummond the screen, back to Durant. Drummond sets the screen for Durant. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Durant's got 19 points.
Boy, there is an ease with which Kevin Durant plays the game. This guy knows I can score from anywhere right now.
Nowitzki with the screen on Batum. Anthony, the pass to Nowitzki. And that one drops. Nowitzki's got his third basket of the night right there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Batum sets a screen for Durant. It's stolen by Rose. Kicks to Ginobili. Six to shoot. From deep. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Charlotte. And then for Boston. Ibaka comes in for Kevin Durant. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Rose against Batum. Rose kicks to Butler. Poke loose. Nowitzki sets a screen for Butler. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they'll keep possession, and he gets it back.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice. I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
Outside Butler. Screen by Howard. Mitchell against Butler. Can't hit that one. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Here's Mitchell, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range, making great use of what the defense is giving him.
Anthony against Batum. Back to Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
5 to shoot. Trying his luck deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ibaka's got 5 points so far.
Well, a little bit of assertiveness from the native of Congo. Serge Ibaka has the green light.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Ayton, he's checked in for Howard. Collins comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Ben Simmons in for Rose. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Celtics. Paul comes in for Patrick Beverly. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And DeAndre Ayton, yet another 7-footer who can stretch the floor.
Yeah, length and great shooting are in vogue right now, and Ayton gives you both. Can hit from mid-range, long range, the charity stripe. But what makes him really special, the added ability to score with his back to the basket at a high level.
Left block shot on the way, and it's Gasol getting it to go. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Butler kicks to Simmons. The feed now to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Simmons against Paul. Paul is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Charlotte. Hornets trail by 7. Here's Simmons. 8 points for him. And Bogdanovich now top the key. There's a screen by Collins. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Kevin, very hard to stop Bogdanovich. He's excellent at keeping his follow-through despite taking the contact.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Of course, when it comes to filling in the rest of a roster, the pieces around your star players, what qualities you think these teams are looking for, or would you be looking for in a role player?
Well, I think one of the first things you have to think about, or what are the best attributes of my stars? So is my star a great driver creator? Then I need to put great shooters around him to enhance his driving and playmaking abilities. But the other part of a role player is you've got to be willing to do the dirty work, to sacrifice the headlines and dig in on the defensive end, to absorb the best matchup of the opponent every night. And that means sometimes you're going to get scored on 5-6 times in a row. That's how good the offensive players in the league are. So there are many qualities, but those are just a couple off the top of my head, Kev. I tell you, they better work out harder on the defensive end to box him out. He's going to live on those second chances.
And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Ayton. Outside, Simmons. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
There's a screen. Screen by Ibaka. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. Ibaka, the pass to Paul.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Inside, Mitchell. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, it's a level of concentration that has to happen for you to finish through contact. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
Stolen by Collins. Butler against Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Ayton, and he banks in the layup. Ayton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's just bullying his way around the paint. Ayton with those broad shoulders and that great strength.
Mitchell wide open. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Mitchell's got 8 points.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Down low, deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Durant kicks to Paul. Screen by Ibaka. Fires for three. Simmons pulls it in.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Ayton sets the pick for Simmons. They set the pick. Three-pointer falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Ball against Simmons. Screened by Ibaka. Paul kicks to Ibaka. Inside. Durant against Bogdanovich. Clock at 4. And Paul launches it from deep. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Butler. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Mitchell passes to Paul. Back to Mitchell. Gasol a screen. And Butler sends it back.
Boy, though, he'll never be a blocks leader. Butler has the size and hops to do more of this.
.27 seconds left to play in the first half. Yep, it counts. Charlotte's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Ayton sets the pick for Butler. Clock at 6. Here's Simmons, knocked away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A deep 3 from Durant. That one misses. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Celtics out in front. They're up by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 19 points and 3 assists. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, if you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Boston's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. On the floor for Boston, Chris Paul is out there with Mitchell. And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka, and it's Gasol, and at the center position. Here's Ibaka, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Knocks it loose, and taken away by Paul. The basket and the foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
And that's exactly what they needed at this point in the game. He goes to the go-to move and extends the lead.
The Celtics shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
One shot.
And that one falls for Paul.
And no doubt Paul is still a top-tier point guard, a determined defender, and, of course, a remarkable distributor.
Screen by Simmons. Pass to Collins. He kicks to Simmons. Back to Collins. Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Collins, a screen on Durant. Ibaka comes with the double team, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here's Charlotte. Collins dishes to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And so here's Charlotte. It's a 5-point game.
And you got to love the heart of Paul. Not the biggest guy, but he gives a ton of effort into shutting down his man.
And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken 1st overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Paul kicks to Durant. Ibaka with a screen on Bogdanovich. He took good advantage of that screen. 21 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, we admire the basketball IQ of Kevin Durant. Uses the screen, gets exactly where he wants.
Bogdanovich with it, guarded now by Durant. Screen by Simmons. Passes it to Butler. And the rejection by Ibaka. Durant, the pass to Mitchell. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. And stolen by Ayton. Outside, Simmons. The pass to Ayton. Tipped away. Gasol with the steal. Now Paul. 8 points for him. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Bogdanovich against Durant. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the 3rd.
Hornets trail by 7. Right side Simmons. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
What you love about Kevin Durant is he's an MVP level candidate every year, and yet there's a hunger and a thirst to get better at basketball. This is so fun to watch.
The Celtics have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And the first one drops.
And as hard as he is to defend, Durant spends about as much time at the free throw line as anybody.
Howard's checked in for Charlotte. Anthony comes in for Bogdanovich. Then for the Celtics, Drummond comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Durant hits them both.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Timeout.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
And I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Here's Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Howard with this screen on Durant. And Durant sends it back.
And they aren't giving up the same types of looks we saw in the first half, making them earn their points now.
To the middle, here's Gasol. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Gasol's got 6.
Well, the basketball mind that Dwayne Wade possesses is so special. What understanding and feel for where his guys will be.
Paul kicks to Durant. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Collins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Butler passes to Simmons. Here's the screen. Anthony against Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the drought. Here's Collins, and it's sent back by Drummond. Down low. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist in this one. Charlotte calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
Charlotte making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. And a change for the Celtics. Beverly's checked in. Hornets trail by 13. Ginobili outside. Pass to Butler. Can they get it? Rejected by Gasol. Feeds it to Beverly. And the layup falls. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Wade kicks to Durant. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. And that'll be his third foul so far. Ayton, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. On defense, Charlotte down by 15. Drummond with a screen on Butler. And stolen by Butler. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Charlotte. And it's the Celtics ball. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Beverly dishes to Durant. Pass to Beverly. To the paint and stolen by Howard. Beverly against Simmons. There's a good screen. To the inside. Howard, that's good.
And this is where Howard can be dominant. In close, his physical advantages then can take over.
Beverly, the pass to Durant. And Drummond kicks to Beverly. Drummond, a screen. And it's blocked by Simmons. And he's able to get it back. To the middle. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. For three, Durant. Boston again missing. Hornets trail by 13. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Howard with a screen on Durant. Bogdanovich. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And here's Boston. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Paul kicks to Drummond. Gasol a screen. Nice ball movement by Boston. And stolen by Ayton. Butler up top. Lets it go. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Butler's got 11 points.
Boy, this play is perfectly in sync. Butler gets just the space he needs.
Ball against Simmons. Now here's Paul. Defense right on him. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
He hits both from the stripe. Hornets trail by 13. Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And stolen by Drummond. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 5 here tonight. Simmons inside. Defended by Paul. In the corner, Simmons with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. Rebounded by the Celtics. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Bogdanovich against Durant. Paul outside. He dishes it to Drummond. Over Howard. Misses off the left iron.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
There's the pick. Simmons passes to Ayton. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Ayton. And that's 13 points for Butler.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here. And you know DeAndre Ayton, all that hype around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
Here's Simmons. Misses off the right iron. Boston leading by 13. Here's Wade over Butler. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jimmy Butler. You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
First free throw is good. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Wade. Hornets trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Butler. Rebound, Boston. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. 1:58 left in the 3rd quarter. Simmons against Paul. Shot clock at 5. Over Simmons, and Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 7 now in this quarter.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
And Simmons kicks to Howard. Back to Simmons. Here's the screen, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
Paul passes to Gasol. Drummond a screen. Back to Paul. No good. Shot missing. Simmons with the defensive effort. Hornets trail by 15. And Bogdanovich kicks to Howard. That's tipped. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease. Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Ball against Simmons. The feed to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 on the shot clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Butler from outside. No good. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Hornets trail by 15. They've got John Collins. Ben Simmons is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And that one's good by Butler.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Paul with the ball. Over Simmons. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And taken away by Paul. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Mitchell passes to Durant. And they pick up 2. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
Butler on the wing. The fadeaway. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stolen by Collins. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Butler. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher but also enjoys attacking the rim and does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
He's perfect from the line this time. Celtics leading by 13. Paul dishes to Durant. Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Here's Ibaka. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, Serge Ibaka added this aspect to the game. Came in as a shot blocker, but worked so hard to become an offensive threat.
Screen by Simmons. Collins, a screen on Durant. Bogdanovic loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Paul kicks to Durant. Drummond a screen. Shot clock at 6. Durant, no good. Hornets trail by 13. Right side, Butler. From outside, off the mark. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Drummond sets the screen for Paul. Buries the long-range jumper.
Timeout, timeout.
Paul's got 12 points in just the second half.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
And the Hornets call time here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Over the course of time, the elevation in Jimmy Butler's game has been incredible. This guy is lethal offensively.
Drummond with a screen on Simmons. Paul passes to Ibaka. Here's Durant. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Butler up top, covered by Mitchell, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his fourth foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. There's a screen by Collins. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Shooting one.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Collins kicks to Butler. Charlotte moving it around. There's a screen by Collins. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Boston leading by 13. Durant against Bogdanovich. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And here is Butler. Yep, that one goes in there. Butler's got 14 points now in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Paul dishes to Ibaka. On the wing, Mitchell. Durant with a wide open look. And that one hits back iron.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Jimmy Butler. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Outside Durant. Ibaka with a screen on Bogdanovich. Here's Durant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanović.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
They set the pick. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. Now, here's Butler. Shot clock at 5. Knocked away. So another turnover for Boston. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Passes it to Simmons. He feeds it to Ayton. That one drops for him.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Paul passes to Durant. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Left side, Butler. Simmons against Paul. Butler kicks to Collins. Over to the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Ayton. It's stolen by Ibaka. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. He can't get it to go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Simmons, outside Butler. And there's the pass to Ayton. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Here's Durant. And sticking right with it, gets the foul.
Shot's
with
good.
the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Shot's good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the Hornets making a change here. Howard's checked in. Marc Gasol's checked in for Boston.
One shot.
That's good from Durant.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Stolen by Mitchell. One-on-one fast break. And the wide-open shot from Paul. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Here's Butler. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Paul. It's Durant on the wing. Gasol passes to Durant. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Durant's got 40 points.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
And Simmons kicks to Howard. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And that one falls for Collins.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And so Collins nails both of them. Celtics leading by 14. This all setting the pick for Paul. Mitchell a screen on Simmons. Paul kicks to Ibaka. Off target from outside. The Hornets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. The kick outside to Butler. Back to Bogdanovich. Screen by Howard. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up the baseline. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Butler.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Shots good by Ibaka.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead, and that means his teammates are delivering.
Simmons on the wing. Defended by Paul. Collins wide open. He fires. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Boston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Simmons against Paul. Now the dish to Gasol. That 3 off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Butler passes it to Simmons. Poked loose. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
Pass to Ibaka. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Durant drawing the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Charlotte with it. Hornets trail by 14. Butler on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Howard with a screen on Paul. Here's Simmons. Softly drops in the floater.
And Simmons is so deft with the floater, freezing the D completely.
Celtics leading by 12. Right side Durant. The shot, no good. The D by Bogdanovich. Pass to Howard. From 13, and Butler gets it to go on the assist by Howard. Howard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
He has been running circles around the defense, and it's a different playing field now with Butler being on.
Paul kicks to Mitchell. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Collins. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Butler. Again, the Hornets score.
Boy, out in transition, Butler gets his eyes on the rim, and there's no denying him.
Mitchell passes to Paul. And here is Gasol. Guarded by Simmons. Back to Paul. Over Simmons. Paul with the bucket.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Celtics.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits. And so Butler nails both of them. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Inside. Out to Ibaka. Tries a three. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Evan. Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Bogdanovich dishes to Ginobili. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
2.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 8. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And obviously, look, they want to finish the game strong, but right now, look at the frustration on their faces.
It's very evident, Greg. You can tell they're upset. They've got to calm down and simply play this one possession at a time.
Ginobili outside. From deep. They get it back. Nowitzki kicks to Ginobili. Out to the right wing. Nowitzki, the pass to Rose. But they'll get another chance. Latrey knocks down the trifecta.
Kevin, that is unbelievable. One of the best big shot makers this game has ever seen.
So we see Boston get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Well, Dwayne, you won the game, but you lost the rebounding battle. How did you?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.